Hello. Let's start the stream. So, I had an appointment earlier today, so I had to stop the stream a bit earlier. And now I'll continue. I think I'll work for 2 more hours and then I guess I'll have dinner. So this is going to be probably a 2-hour stream, something around that ballpark. I want to continue with the tile variations. Um, last stream we got really far in that, and now I want to put the finishing touches on it. So what we did last stream was we implemented a pseudo-random number function. So a function which takes x and y coordinates and returns some kind of integer which we can then use to index into one of the tile variations, of which we have 3 right now, and I've just colored them specially so it's easy to distinguish them. Oh hey Space Intern, how are you? Are you doing well today? So yeah, that's what I was doing this morning, which I will continue with now. So let me just get rid of the concrete. Let's see. The world generator. I'll just set this to 1 so that we will always get stone. That way it will be easier to see and test our random stone tiles. So, have you seen the stream this morning, Space Intern? Or did you just wake up or something? Or maybe you were at work? I don't know. Or maybe you were watching someone else's stream, which is also fine. You haven't seen the stream. I guess I'll just explain it again for you. Let's see. What's my desktop thing? Terraria. Yeah. So basically, I want to do the same thing as they are doing in Terraria. So I really want to zoom even further than this, but I guess this is the furthest it will go. So you see these 2 tiles? Both of those tiles are dirt with grass. That's the type of tile here. And they are different from one another. So there's different variations of tiles. So basically I'm trying to do the same thing over here. Which is why I now have 3 stone tiles. And normally, of course, they will look mostly the same, but the details will be slightly different. I've just colored them right now because it's easier to distinguish them that way for testing. So normally you would like add a few black pixels here, or maybe a bit of a bump here and there, and then you have once you have a few of those variants, then yeah, you can just randomly place different kinds of variants of those tiles. So now we're walking on a landscape that's all stone. Yeah, I have a Discord server now. I set it up after the last stream yesterday, so it should be in the description below the video. But I could also paste a link to it. Where is it? Let's see. So, if I'm not mistaken, then this link should allow you to join the server. So there we can talk, even if the stream is over. I still need to install it on my cell phone. If they have an app for that, probably they do. But at least on PC it will be accessible. So yeah. Can I add you in Discord? Yeah, probably. Let's see. Streamer mode is enabled. Stay safe, friends. Never heard of streamer mode, but I guess it's okay. So yeah, this is me, Sanderman Zero. And the server is called Twitch Sanderman Zero. For lack of a more original name. Okay, what was I doing? Oh yeah, so these are all stone tiles, and they are all different variations of the same type of tile. And there's a little bit of a pattern in here. I kind of want to get even can you go to friends on top left? Oh, I'll try that. Let me just move it over here for a bit. Wait, what the hell am I doing? Okay, yeah. Top left. Okay. Friends. I don't use Discord that often, so I'm still kind of searching for stuff. Need a 4-digit number on Discord to add you. Should be below your nick. Oh, maybe because of streamer mode. Maybe it's not enabled. Guess I'll just turn that off because it's now on my other monitor. Sunderman Zero. Same as my channel name. On Twitch. Sophia sent a friend request. Okay. There we go. So, what was I doing? Oh yeah. Hey. So what was I doing? I was doing tile variants. Oh yeah, I wanted to work on the tile decorations. I wanted to give those the same kinds of variants as we are now using for the main tiles. So I'm going to have to dive into the code. Let's turn this off for now. This is not needed. Okay, now I'm going to have to dive into this horrible piece of code. It works, but it might it might have been better in a different way. I can remove this to do. Yeah, I made huge advances in my game, by the way. The graphics are better. Oh, congratulations! That's good to hear if you're having success developing your game. Was that the on the Play Store yesterday? The graphics are better. Ah yeah. Yeah, that's certainly a good way to draw in more people, especially on mobile. Where did I want to be? So I have a current and a variant. Let's see. So render right. Yeah, so we're going to have to I think we're going to have to move this to the middle and then copy it to the other places. Okay, I'll let you work. Maybe we can talk in Discord in some other time. I'd like that. Yeah, sure. That sounds cool. I do want to work, but I also find it interesting to talk. I'm basically going to try to do both. It's always difficult, I guess, multitasking. +1. So this is the right border, if I'm not mistaken. Then we get the left border. I should probably clean up this code one of these days, so it becomes a bit less duplication of things that look very similar. I'm not entirely sure how to do that in this case. Okay. That's Y. It's the bottom border. Outside corners. Top left. Yeah. That's right. Top right outside. Bottom left. Bottom right. So you've improved the graphics, right? Did you already put that in update? Did you already put an update on the Play Store? Like new screenshots on the store page? Or haven't you gotten that far yet? Yeah, this should work correctly. So now these. Wait, I'm not entirely sure. Oh yeah. So here we just use this thing. Because that's in the same tile as the main tile. Okay. Should all be the same in these little things. I want to explain this, but it's difficult to explain. Took me a long while to figure out how to code this actually rendering the terrain. So now I should have valid tile variants everywhere. Now I can start actually putting that in here. What's happening? Oh, what's going on here? Connection issues. What the hell? Why? What's going on? Okay. Are we online again? Seems like we had some connection issues, but looks like they eventually resolved themselves. Weird. Well, it looks like we're doing okay again. Well, let's just hope that does not happen again. Where was I? Oh yeah, I was over here pasting some variants. So what all these if statements are doing, and the contents of those if statements, is determining where certain tile decorations need to be drawn. And if one needs to be drawn, then we need to draw a quad and we need to do some calculations to determine where this quad is going to go and what the UV coordinates are going to be. That's basically what's happening in all these sections of code, which I am editing right now. So now everywhere I'm pasting this variant variable, which I included earlier. And this is basically an index into the variants array that stores the UVs for the different variants of that tile. So I really hope this works as I expect it to. because it might not be the easiest code to debug. Okay. So we need one more thing to do. So here we can see that we are drawing the top, which is basically which means that our current tile, if you imagine a grid of 3 by 3 tiles, then when we are iterating to the tiles, we always keep like a list of a grid of those 8 tiles that are around us. Basically, the top tile means that right now we're looking at the tile that is above the current position according to our x and y values. So so currently this entire loop is processing one iteration, and it's now doing, for example, a tile with index 1, 1. So x is 1, y is 1. And this little thing is trying to draw something in the tile above it, basically on the position x is 1, y is 2. So this should probably be top. So we need to check that this is correct. This one is different, maybe not. Let's see. So what we need to do right? Here's some logic to determine if we should draw a certain tile or not. Basically, certain tiny little sections of a tile should only be drawn if there's not neighboring tiles in certain configurations. For example, of course, this thing should only be drawn if there's not a tile already here. But if there's a different tile here, then yes, we should draw this tile decoration, because there will be a border. And also, in some situations, you might have situations where you have like an L shape, something like this maybe. And then of course you need to draw a corner tile here. And the corner tile, or wait, this is the inner corner tile. This one you would draw over there. But then you also need to draw half of you need to draw half a piece of border tile. So like if we imagine this tile to be on top of this one, you know, then you'll have a inside corner tile over here, and over here you should draw the normal border that you normally draw. I don't know if that made sense, but at least I tried to explain it. I'll just continue with this. Current, and current. This looks like it's mostly correct. Let's try this out. Something is not working right. Let me just check the stream health for a bit. Yeah, looks like it's going okay right now. Damn, that was weird. Was a weird disconnect. Whole internet went down. It seems like stuff like Skype was reconnecting. Okay, so I have one thing to debug. Left border. Current. Length. Array index is out of range. So this one is not really what we wanted. Why is this out of range? The left border does not seem to have any problem. Did it? Yeah, it's all the same line. Which makes sense, because after an exception it should stop executing this function. 4, 9. Could it be that it's going negative? Let's try this out. Conditions variant equals variant is lower than 0. let's debug. And we'll hit play. So I think this XORing has given us a negative number. Yeah, -2. And of course that's not gonna work. So basically you need to make this positive. Um, is there any way to like make a number positive without doing the if-else thing? Because this function is going to get called really often, so it's very useful if it's kind of efficient. Let's see, C# bitwise positive integer. Yeah, I guess I'll just use apps. At least that way I'll know for sure that it works as I want it to, and I hope they have a relatively efficient implementation for absolute numbers. Now it should always return a positive integer. Still receive some exceptions. Overflow exception, value is too small. That's weird. 484. I haven't actually seen that one before. Overflow exception, value is too small. Interesting. To be honest, I don't really care too much about overflows because I'm just generating random numbers. But I do want them to be positive in the end. You know what? I know what I'm going to do. I'm just going to do this. In signed int. That way it should always be positive, right? Or maybe not. Then we'll cast it back to an int, maybe. X out of range. So yeah, I guess that still results in negative numbers. Yeah. So basically that does not help us. So that's not gonna work. I guess I could just try flipping the sign manually. I don't know what apps does exactly, but it should be doing the same thing. Array index is out of range. Again. Still. Yeah, I sometimes get confused about 2's complement. I think there was a different system where you had the sign bit at the end. I don't exactly remember. It's kind of long ago since I learned about 2's complement and number systems. So why am I not? Yeah, it's -2 again. So let's see. And then why are we still getting -2? Am I just being stupid right now? I must be missing something blindingly obvious. If the result is smaller than 0, then we negate it, so it should be higher than 0. Or at least 0, maybe. We don't have another number in integers, right? That's only for floats, if I remember correctly. We might have different kinds of zeros, but that shouldn't be a problem. Which line was it? 249. Oh yeah, this is where my breakpoint is. So let's just see what's happening here. And random value is maybe it's the modulo that's messing stuff up, but I doubt it really. Let's compile. Yeah. Now the debugger attaching. Yeah. Let's see what's going on here. -2 minus blah blah blah. So for some reason it's still negative, even though I change it to positive here. Why is that? I don't get it. What's going on? Is it that there's slightly more negative numbers than positive numbers? 51 bits, 32nd bit, use the sign bit. Oh, they do have a sign bit after all. Positive values are represented some magnitude representation. Okay. Maybe I'll try this one after all. Bitwise negate and add 1. It's worth a shot. Compile. Add debugger. Okay. Running out of ideas here. I really do not understand that. Let's see. So when x and y is 0, then we go with this stuff. You know what? I'm just going to walk through this thing. Yeah, so result becomes this. And then we simply step over it. Now we have a positive result. which turns into 1 somehow. Yeah, that works. Let's see. Let's stop debugging for a bit. Conditions. Result smaller than 0. So why are we not getting into this? Oh, finally we have a hit. -1, 0. It's minus. I need intermediate values. Int result 1. Int result 2. Else. Should make it a little bit easier to see what's going on. Maybe it's just that I'm abusing integers by XORing them together and stuff, and maybe I just shouldn't do that, but now I'm kinda curious what's going on here. Maybe I'm just fundamentally misunderstanding something. I want to know what's going on. It's taking a while. Probably because it needs to watch all those variables and stuff. Put them in the debugger. Finally, we have some kind of hit. Why didn't we get a hit in the pseudo random int? So basically this condition never got hit, right? Ah, I'm such an idiot. I should have changed this. Okay, yeah. Going to have to restart the scene now. Do some more debugging. This might take a while before we get another hit. I'm going to take a very short toilet break. Okay, do we have another hit? Result 1, result 2. Okay, so I guess it just did not go through the if. Guess it took this one, this path. So why would it do that? Why would it not see this as lower than 0? That's really strange. Might have to just refresh my memory on how 2's complement works exactly. Yeah, this is all relatively straightforward. Yeah, this is the sign. One more negative number can be represented than can be positive numbers. That might be the problem here. To complement the high order bit has a negative place value. We had so yeah, for some reason the if else is not working. Maybe we can use another trick. What happens if I do shift to the right? Or is this a shift left? I don't remember. Guess I should just try it out. Don't know if this one will trigger, but hey, it's better than nothing, right? So basically, what I'm trying to do now is to shift one bit to the right, so that there will be a 0 at the end there, which should mean that this did not work, which might mean that we would get a positive number. Maybe something like this then. Minus 24. Okay. Weird. So yeah, that's not really going to help, I think. Let's try this. Get rid of the last 2 bits. You know what? I don't even know anymore. So let's just set it like this for now. Just maybe I should just put an absolute value here. Though I wonder if we'll get the same overflow exception as we did last time. I guess we'll have to do that everywhere. Gosh damn it. Wait. This is not even correct. What the hell am I doing? Actually, yes, it is correct. Or maybe not. I don't know anymore. My brain is turning to mush. I guess we could try. Guess we could try this in multiple places. You know what? Why am I doing all of that? I'm being silly. I should just fix it in one place, right? It should work, right? Why wouldn't that work? Overflow exception, volume is too small. Okay, finally we have something working. Yeah. Let's see if if it actually works correctly. So this works well, I think. So basically these little border tiles, those I will call them tile decorations. These tile decorations, they should have the same color as the tile would be if there was a complete tile there. So I'm going to change the main so that I can draw a rock. I hope this debugging just now wasn't too boring for you guys. Yeah, sometimes you just need to do some debugging. Stuff happens. That's red, this is red, that's green, this will be green, this will be red, this will be blue. Yeah, that seems like it works. So yeah, that's really nice. So by using all these different combinations, you should be able to get a really varied landscape, because you'll have a huge amount of permutations of different combinations. So basically, if you had just these 3 tile variations, then yeah, you would probably really quickly see similarities in the structure of the terrain. But if you randomize the parts of these, for example, I have a border from this one and I put it on top of this tile, and maybe there's a corner from this one, then if you randomize it like that, then you could get a really interesting terrain variation. A variation in tiles. And earlier I explained it using a screenshot of Terraria with the purple grid lines, but Starbound also does this. It's one of the reasons why those games look so good. Of course, you do not want to go overboard with it. For example, if you make your tile decorations like really large and confusing, then it's no longer really easy to see where one tile ends and another tile stops. So that's I think a problem that plagues Starbound a little bit. Sometimes it gets difficult to distinguish one tile from another. But that's just a case of making sure you don't go overboard and making sure you have good pixel art. And yeah, there's still a pattern in this random generation. So there's still patterns, but hopefully they will not be too obvious if you have um, different tiles that are actually kind of similar to each other, but not the same. So yeah, that's nice work today. I think all of that works as I want it to work. Oh yeah, there's one other thing. Let us see. Yeah. Yeah, eventually I want to reuse this mechanism for things like dyed glass, maybe, or other stuff that is colored in some way. So then you could, in the block definition, you could set this is a terrain tile with tile variation that should be applied randomly, or this is a colored tile, for example, which has different variations that should not be applied randomly, but which should be applied according to some kind of meta value for that tile. I guess I'll work on that some other time. And of course, we could also use tile variations for different states of a machine, for example. Maybe, yeah. But of course, those tiles will probably be rendered using something different than this large batch renderer. Tile entities will probably be rendered using their own renderer, but they can, of course, still use the existing mechanism for determining the different tile variants from a texture. I think I'm going to make an end to the stream right now. If anyone has any questions, feel free to ask in chat, or if you have any feedback. Let's see, what else is there to do? So this is done. Yay! Now my to-do list is empty. Oh no, I don't know what to do next. I guess I'll have to think about what the next problems are going to be. I'm going to work on. So yeah, if anyone is watching, I hope you had a good time. Have a good day. I wish you all the best. Maybe tomorrow. I plan to stream tomorrow. I do not have anything on the agenda for tomorrow, like going outside. So I believe I can stream like the normal working day, like I usually try to do. Nope, I don't have anything on my calendar. Anything special, at least. So yeah, thanks for watching. I'm ending the stream now. Goodbye. See you next time.